Hi. I decided to call this video, "This Bud is for You, No Regrets." And the reason why I'm calling it "This Bud is for You" is not because I want you to drink, but I mean bud as in buddy. When somebody needs determined to commit suicide, they don't always tell you. What you do know, if you care about them, likely you've been listening to the story. They're getting a divorce after many years. Their business is gone in the toilet. There's some kind of something going on in their life. And I'm talking now to those of you who care about the people who won't say that they're suicidal because they're determined to succeed. And they're going to leave you in the lurch. And you'll be sitting there after the fact like I did when my brother killed himself without a note. You'll be sitting there in the lurch going, didn't they know how much I cared? Didn't they understand how important they were to me? I don't want you to have any regrets. So I'm going to urge you to send this video or this series, watch it carefully, and send it to people who are in trouble, because they don't always tell you what's going on. A lot of times they've made up their mind already not to tell because they want to succeed at killing themselves. And no, they aren't thinking about what they mean to you, because they're in such a deep funk. They can't see anything but the pain they're feeling. And they're just going through the steps rolling when they're talking to you on the phone. And I don't want you to have any regrets, because you don't know whether they're going to succeed or not. And if they succeed and you lose them, like me, you'll spend decades wondering why they didn't give themselves another chance. Why didn't they see how important they were to you? Didn't they know how much you loved them, that you would have done anything to help them? Now, I was lucky. I'm a little bit psychic. And when my brother was in trouble, even though I had a brand new baby that had serious disabilities that I was taking care of, who went into sepsis right before my brother killed himself. So I was a little preoccupied with her illness and getting her better. Nevertheless, I have no regrets, because something inside me said, go to him. And I offered. I said, let me come up there. He was in upstate New York at the time, living and working on the Guccione mansion property. He had worked out a business deal with Guccione. And Guccione, that's Penthouse. And I said, let me come up there and cook for you and take care of you. I extended myself, and thank God I did, because he did succeed in killing himself. So at the very least, I had no regrets. And then on top of that, when I hung up the phone with him, this voice said to me, And not everybody is so lucky. But this voice said to me something like, calling all cars, like calling all angels. Reach out and see if anybody else cares. So I immediately started calling my parents. And he was just in trouble. I didn't even know he was suicidal. And I told him, that he was in trouble and to call him and for them to call him. Now, after my brother killed himself, my father had deep regrets. I think he didn't address the issue because my father was a heavy drinker and he didn't know how to get personal. The only time he got personal was when he was drunk, and so you really got a filtered version of him. My mother, on the other hand, was preoccupied with herself a lot, and she was, I think, unable to really reach out to him. But I did. I let him know that I was willing to drop everything and take my disabled, recently graduated from the neonatal intensive care unit baby and go up to upstate New York, not knowing where it was or what it was going to cost me or if he could swing it or whatever. And just throw myself, let me cook for you, let me take care of you. Please. So at the very least, I had no regrets because I meant it from the bottom of my heart that I wanted to do for him in his time of need, not knowing he was suicidal. This is really serious business. You can never know who's truly, especially if they're male, because men don't like talking about it, and sometimes they make them, especially if they're go-getters. They make up their mind, and they've got a plan, and they're not talking about it. So, I don't want you to have any regrets. This is a really important series I'm getting ready to do. If anyone you know is having trouble, especially if they're male, because males don't tend to talk much about what's really going on, what they're really thinking, let them know you care. Watch the series. I'm going to get real, and I'm going to get to the nitty-gritty.